Imagine 93% of the people who search for your business online find exactly what they need. They get their questions answered, they solve their problem,
And they never actually visit your website.
exactly, not a single click. Welcome to July 7, 2026.
Honestly, it is a terrifying concept if you are still operating with a 2024 mindset. The entire architecture of how humans find information has been quietly but ruthlessly rebuilt.
Which is exactly why we are pulling apart the SEO Daily Technology Report published for this exact date, July 7, 2026. Our mission for this deep dive is to map out how the fundamental rules of internet discovery rules that stood for, over 25 years, have completely shattered.
But completely.
And we're going to break down how you, listening to this right now, can adapt your digital strategies so you don't just become digitally invisible in this AI-first world.
And we are not going to do that by just reading off a boring list of software updates or, drowning you in developer jargon. The goal here is to really connect the dots. We need to look at the mechanics of why these systems behave the way they do as of July 7, 2026. Because if you don't understand the why, you really cannot build the how.
Okay, let's unpack this. I was looking through the traffic analysis in the report, and the sheer drop in front-end web traffic is just staggering. I mean, what exactly happened to the traditional search engine?
Well, the short answer is the complete global rollout of Google AI mode.
Right.
Ever since the Google I/O event back on May 19th, 2026, this has been the default search experience worldwide. They basically rebuilt the physical search box from the ground up to run on Gemini 3.5 Flash.
So it's not even a standard text field anymore.
Exactly. It expands as you type. It accepts images. It parses PDFs. It can literally take an entire active Chrome tab as input and just synthesize an answer. Standard autocomplete is completely gone. It's been replaced entirely by AI suggestions and reasoning.
And the adoption scale is what really jumped out at me. I mean, the report notes that AI mode has surpassed 1 billion monthly users.
Yeah, it was incredibly fast.
But here is the massive friction point, right? People are using it, but they aren't clicking anything.
That is the 93% figure you mentioned at the very start. Analysts have pinned the AI mode zero-click rate at roughly 93%.
Wow.
And Pew Research actually just released data tracking nearly 69,000 real-world search queries to verify this. They found that when a user sees an AI summary generated at the top of their screen, they click a traditional web result only 8% of the time.
8%? That is wild.
Right. And if there is no AI summary, they click 15% of the time. So that's a 47% relative drop in clicks. Yet total search volume is actually at an all-time high.
Okay, let's unpack this because it makes me think about this dynamic like retail. Like chasing the #1 ranking used to be like buying the biggest, brightest neon sign on the highway.
Right, yeah.
Spend all your budget making sure everyone sees the sign. But AI mode is like having a personal shopper. They go into the giant store, grab the exact item, and bring it right to your car. The driver never even sees your neon sign.
That is a really solid visual. But it misses one crucial detail about the new dynamic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The personal shopper, the AI, it doesn't care about your neon sign either.
Oh.
The AI doesn't look at font sizes or, clever meta descriptions. It's looking at raw, structured data. So your neon sign isn't just unseen by the human. It is completely irrelevant to the actual mechanism of discovery.
Wow. Okay, so if traditional organic reach through those blue links is essentially dead as of mid-2026, what do we actually do? I mean, do we just stop targeting keywords entirely?
Not at all, but you have to completely split your approach. The winning strategy right now requires dividing your target queries into 2 distinct lists.
Okay, what's list 1?
List 1 is your conversational queries. These are the questions that trigger those massive AI answers. For these, you are no longer trying to rank a page to get a click. You're trying to earn an AI citation.
You want the AI to synthesize your info and mention your brand directly in the answer.
Exactly. You want your brand name dropped by the personal shopper. And then list 2 is your click-recoverable set.
Click-recoverable?
Yeah, these are specific visual or highly transactional queries where the results page still shows features like video carousels, dynamic image packs, or local business maps. For those, you optimize for visual and local real estate because those elements actually still generate clicks.
Okay, so we've established that the old Google pipeline is completely fractured. But people are still spending money. Traffic is still moving. If it isn't coming through a standard Google search, where is the traffic coming from?
This is the second major reality of our landscape right now. The multi-engine ecosystem has fully matured. Google is absolutely no longer the only game in town.
I saw that reflected in the analytics data from the report. GA4 usage has completely shifted to track referral traffic coming from platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude.
Yes. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, optimizing just for Google misses half the entire ecosystem. But here is the complex part. Each of these AI models has an entirely distinct citation algorithm. They don't value the same things.
Wait, meaning what works to get cited by ChatGPT won't necessarily get you cited by Perplexity?
Precisely. Perplexity operates very much like an academic researcher. Its algorithm heavily weights recency and demands authoritative sources with clear, direct, factual density.
Okay.
If your content is fluffy, Perplexity just ignores it. ChatGPT, on the other hand, is looking for strong EEAT signals.
Right, the experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness stuff.
Exactly, coupled with conversational depth. And then Claude wants deeply nuanced reasoning. And we're seeing teams use tools like trackings.ai and Athena HQ to actually track this visibility across all the different engines.
But let me stop you there, because we hear EET all the time.
Yeah.
How does a machine actually measure trustworthiness? It's software. It can't feel trust.
It measures it through a concept called Entity Clarity. In July 2026, keyword stuffing is completely, decisively dead. AI systems don't rank individual web pages anymore. They evaluate trusted entities.
Entities, so the brand itself.
Right. They are looking for patterns of co-occurrence across the entire internet. If ChatGPT is deciding whether to cite your brand as an expert on, say, mechanical keyboards, it scans its training data to see if your brand name appears next to the phrase mechanical keyboards on Reddit, in digital PR articles, on YouTube transcripts, everywhere.
Wait, I have to push back on this. Are you saying SEO and public relations are essentially the exact same job now?
Pretty much, yeah.
If the search engines just want trusted brands, then doing a great podcast interview or getting genuine reviews is technically an SEO strategy.
They are completely inseparable now. Cyrus Shepard just published a massive analysis of over 400 sites, and the data was definitive. A strong, recognized brand footprint outside of the company's own website was the single strongest predictor of organic traffic gains.
Wow.
Yeah, if your entity only exists on your own domain, the AI has no corroborating evidence that you are real, let alone trustworthy. That's why tracking AI referrals in GA4 is the new gold standard for analytics.
Okay, so we have the theory. We know we need to build brand authority and earn citations across multiple AIs. But what is the actual practical execution? How do we physically feed these machines?
This brings us to the technical blueprint, and specifically the rise of the llms.txt standard. This has become absolutely vital as of July 2026.
I saw this in the report and it fascinated me. So we've had robots.txt forever. How is llms.txt different?
Think about the history. The old robots.txt file was basically a bouncer at the door of your website.
Right, you can come in, you stay out.
Exactly. It was just access control. The llms.txt file is entirely different. It is a highly structured VIP spec file that serves as a direct guide for AI crawlers, pointing them to priority content.
Here's where it gets really interesting. It sounds like llms.txt is essentially a secret VIP menu we hand directly to the AI bots, while the regular website is just the dining room for the human guests.
That is exactly how it functions. You are providing the AI with high-density, noise-free data. Early adopters who implemented robust llms.txt protocols are seeing measurable, significant lifts in their AI referral traffic.
Which ties into this broader shift called GEO, right? Generative Engine Optimization.
Yes, GEO is absolutely essential now. The days of hiding a recipe at the bottom of a 2,000-word blog post are over.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Right. GEO is about structuring content for machine inference. That means utilizing answer-first paragraphs. Your headings need to be question-led. You have to explicitly declare your entities so the machine doesn't have to guess.
And the software industry has completely pivoted to support this. Look at what the SEO platforms are doing. Semrush One just had its 2026 release. I think it's like $119.95 a month for Pro, and it unifies SEO and AI.
It does.
Their keyword magic tool sorts billions of clusters while their copilot interprets the data.
And it's not just Semrush. AI-first content platforms are really maturing. You have AirOps doing multi-model automation, Koala AI providing a unified workspace, and Writesonic's Pro tier at $249 a month offering dynamic schema suggestions.
But the report does include a massive red flag about all this content automation, doesn't it?
It does, and it's a firm warning. While platforms like AirOps are allowing teams to shift SEO into a semi-automated factory, human oversight is still absolutely critical.
Right, because of Google's spam updates.
Exactly. Google's severe AI content penalties are brutal against sites that just let AI churn out unsupervised content. The machine can generate the raw material, but a human must inject the unique perspective, or the system flags you as synthetic spam.
Okay, so what does this all mean when we put it together? We figured out how to get the AI to read our VIP menu. We know how to structure the information so it cites us. But reading an answer is still just information. If I'm an e-commerce brand, I don't just want the AI to talk about my product. I want the AI to buy it for the user.
Yeah.
But how does it physically know my checkout button actually works without a human clicking it?
And now we have arrived at the absolute structural shift of June and July 2026. This is agentic SEO. This is the shift from optimizing for AI answers to optimizing for AI agents.
This is the part that genuinely blew my mind. We are talking about AI agents booking flights, checking out of shopping carts, filling in forms, all autonomously.
Completely autonomous. What's fascinating here is that this requires an entirely different layer of optimization. It's completely back-end.
Okay, so walk me through the mechanics.
At the core of this is a browser-level standard called WebMCP. It was co-developed by Google and Microsoft. It basically exposes your website's actions as structured tools.
So instead of a visual button, it's a tool the AI can use.
Yes, for e-commerce, it uses ACP, the Agentic Commerce Protocol. For media discovery, it's just MCP. Apple WebKit even has a new MCP server for Safari debugging. But to make this work, your technical SEO floor has to be flawless.
Meaning the JSON LD schema stuff?
Exactly. JSON LD for FAQ and product schemas. That is the digital blueprint you hand to the AI. It tells the AI exactly where the price is, what the stock count is, everything.
And if that blueprint is missing?
If a brand doesn't prep its APIs and structured action endpoints, it will be completely invisible to agentic assistants. And it goes further into security. You need strict CSPs, which are content security policies, and HSTS.
Wow. So back-end technical SEO is literally just as critical as the front end now.
It might be more critical, because if an AI agent is about to spend a human's money, it has to guarantee your site is secure. And brands are having to use tools like Puppeteer for automated price consistency testing.
Puppeteer.
Yeah, it constantly simulates these agentic transactions in the background to ensure the price the AI reads in the schema perfectly matches the visual price. If they mismatch, the transaction fails.
This is a phenomenal evolution. We've really traced an incredible journey in this deep dive. We started with surviving Google's 93% zero-click rate. Then we unpacked building entity clarity across multi-engines, right down to the back-end plumbing of agentic SEO. And the direct relevance to you, the listener, is stark. If your digital strategy relies on 2025 tactics, you are officially obsolete in the July 2026 landscape. You absolutely must optimize for machine inference.
You really do. But, there's one final lingering thought based on the report that I want to introduce, specifically regarding the rise of predictive SEO and the Google June 2026 global spam update.
Okay, predictive SEO. Lay it on me.
We spent this entire deep dive talking about how to react to AI algorithms as they exist right now, today, on July 7, 2026.
Right.
But with algorithmic volatility at an all-time high and tools analyzing massive historical data to anticipate trends before they peak. What happens when AI starts predicting and writing the content we want before we even know we want to search for it?
Oh, wow.
Exactly. If the AI anticipates the need, are we still optimizing for human curiosity, or are we just feeding an endless algorithmic loop?
Just machines writing for machines.
Precisely.
That is a staggering, mind-bending question to end on. It really challenges the core of why we publish anything online to begin with. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. The mechanics of the internet have shattered, but the necessity of adapting hasn't. Keep asking the hard questions, keep challenging your assumptions, and remember to pave the roads the AI actually drives on. Catch you next time.